Hello and welcome, I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. We're on episode number 2 of Let's Play the Old Gods Hungary playthrough as a Tengri. Currently systematically attacking. He is actually advancing forward, despite the fact that we've got some extra troops. Are we going to catch him? Oh yeah. We're going to suffer a major river crossing, but we've got a lot of extra troops, and he has no commanders for some reason. And I'm actually quite a decent commander. Got morale damage, good stuff. We've lost our right flank, but it's a very small troop count. Once we actually get into the melee phase, I expect that this will be a quick steamroll. These guys can go here, you guys can go there. Just combine them since they're so weak now. These revolts are very irritating. They really mess up my war. Not enough troops there, so I do think we will then take that smaller army and send it down there to combine so that they can keep sieging. The great thing is, once you take the top castle level, he can't get any more levy. So the war does end pretty quickly. There's not much you can do about it since you start with such an advantage. But I'm no longer hostile to these characters, and I can't become hostile to them unless I disband my troops, which I don't want to do because we're almost finished with this. We're hostile to them, but we're not hostile to their territory. Okay, let's speed it up a little bit here. Second daughter. Captured some dude. Peasant revolt is actually sieging through some of the land that I took, so we need to pay attention to that. Get any money for him. 74 gold. Wow. Is that his son? Yeah. I'll take the money because we're going to win anyway. I think it's a good idea to stockpile gold in the beginning because you don't really need the money. And it will allow you to do quite a bit once you actually create all of this land as duchies. It basically gives you some immediate organization. I'm going to siege this back since it's held by these peasants. We don't want them to take the land. And I need to send an army that way soon too. My grandson is already 6. We'll use him as some opinion. One of our counts became a duke because we are a king. So he upgraded it to a duchy himself. Now Pest is probably getting attacked by somebody else. Yeah, it looks like this guy's taking advantage of his independence war and has declared a holy war for Pest. What a retard, getting himself losing land. I think that the AI should do a better job. I mean, they're really dumb. They revolt when they're clearly just going to get consumed by a nearby neighbor, instead of doing it at a logical time, when they could actually succeed. Don't get me wrong, it's still better than it used to be, but... Actually, you can stay there, I guess. And I am trying to siege... I want to siege through all of that. Okay, good. Now I'll go here. I want every single top level holding that we can get. That is held by the peasants, so we need to take that back. Jeez, Roth. Okay, yeah, we don't want pests to control any of that. We've got all of this one. Let's go take down that army. Getting close. Interesting. War was won. So Pest has become independent. That's why that land just got removed from the siege. So we can safely move up here now, and we'll take this army to here. We're almost done with ours as well. We need to send this army here, and then one more up there to Torquay. Because we've got every other holding sieged. He can't take that back. Looks pretty good. Now we won't be able to create the kingdom. He's trying to surrender, but do not accept it until you've got all the land that you want. As the aggressor, you never have to force the victory, despite the fact that you're at 100%. And this invasion casus belli is what's really overpowered about the Hungarians, or any Tengri, for that matter. And I'll show you why the further we get into this series. So we've got everything. Everything looks good. We're sitting on the last 4 counties. Just want to make sure he doesn't start sieging anything back. That's really... Army of Mayor Dan. Wow. If you've watched my channel for a long time, you might recognize Mayor Dan. That's funny. That's funny right there. Okay, we've got all of that. Mayor Dan. Go all the way back to the Gotland series. Mayor Dan was the star. Now, I could sit on all the rest of the counties and get some extra gold for doing it. But the problem is that takes too much time, and you don't really need gold. So we've got top-level holdings on what looks to be every single county. So this is when you want to press the war. And bam! All of that is ours. The former character who had his Kingdom of Bulgaria is now completely unlanded and has been displaced over to the court here of Prince Gavril of Bulgaria. So this guy ends up being in charge. Now it's a little bit of micro, but then what you want to do is you want to dole out all the titles. It's quick if you use keyboard shortcuts. You can just click VV on every title. You can also right click twice, but this is a little bit faster. I've mastered the art of rapid expansion and how to handle the titles. Okay, so that's all the sub-level holdings. Now we need to get rid of the actual titles, and I'm just going to get rid of pretty much all of them. Except for what I like to do is I like to make my capital. I like to move my capital down here. Because we're going to end up with a pretty large domain limit soon when we continue to increase our stewardship and all kinds of other stuff. And this is a 4-county thing, and this one right next to it's 3 counties. Karvuna is 3, so 3 plus 4 is 7. It's pretty easy to maintain 7. And then you have no other vassals within the land to contest with you and get upset about things. As an added bonus, if you look at the technology map mode, legalism is pretty good here in Serdica, and so is noble customs. It's not, you know, that high, but legalism's at 1.5, so I'm going to move my capital here. And then we're going to keep this land, but we're going to give everything else away. So the best way to do that is you go men who are not in prison, who are any marriage, not currently rulers. Yes, our culture. Yes, our religion. Yes, an adult. Sort by stewardship, so we can do convert. And we want the Hungarians who are Tengri. We'll just go, click, click. And I'm going to give away all titles except for the ones that were in those duchies. So we'll start at the top, because I don't want this land anymore. So we'll do that. We're going to lose probably all of our council while we do this, but that's okay. And I think that is one that I do want to get rid of. Yep. And what I'm doing is occasionally I'm just tapping the E key to refresh the diplomatic map mode so that I can have those colors change from the light green, which represents my ownership, to the darker green, which represents that it's a vassal. I'm not going to land my son, because that's just silly. And this is the land that I want. I've actually run out of courtiers. Okay, so now we have 7 out of 6. I'm going to keep that. I'm actually going to go over my limit. Actually, no, it's 7 out of 7. So we've got all that because we picked up a level of legalism. So now we're good to go. Now, on the off chance that you didn't have enough characters to do all of that, then just wait 1 day. We also just become exalted among men for having won the war, which is an extra 500 prestige. Next, we'll take just some random thing. We'll take diplomacy, sure. We'll fill in our council. Have some excellent people since we've got a big realm to draw from. We'll go ahead and train troops just for stability. I'm going to research economy tech in the capital. We'll study technology right next door. We'll also research cultural tech here. And let's improve relations with our most powerful... Actually, we'll hold off on that because I'm about to create a bunch of duchies. So next, since I've been stockpiling that gold, let's go ahead and create our duchies. So we're going to create pretty much every duchy that we can, and then immediately pass them out. What this does is it creates a tremendous amount of stability. Duchy of Vidin, sure. Because they love you no matter what. And it looks like we have room for maybe one more duchy that we can create. And it doesn't even really matter who you give it to. Okay, so that's good for now. And then from there, I guess we'll take a look at our lowest opinion people. So the Chief of Gaelic here doesn't like me very much because he's Slavic, unfortunately. So we'll send our guy to keep improving relations with him. Now we still get to keep all of those event-spawned troops. So we still have 7,400 men, right? And this person's worth nothing to me. I guess we don't really need to kill him. It doesn't really matter. Could go on a grand hunt. That's fine. Let's see if we can do it. Get diligent or ambitious. Now, in order to create Hungary, we need to have all of Pest. So we need to get this duchy. And that's why I said it was kind of annoying when they rebel, because you can start off with just already having them. But here's what's absolutely retarded about Tengri, is that, well, he's considered Tengri, so I can only do one subjugation war versus him. This guy's Orthodox. I can declare an invasion on any person who's not Tengri. And it's the exact same thing that we just did, where if you take the top level holding, you get all of the land and you get rid of them. So let's kill him first. And we're just going to send these men here, here, and here. We'll raise, let's wait a couple days till the army gets replenished. We'll take those armies there. I'm going to take all of these men, we'll have them go there, here, here, and there. And we just go sit on them. Oh shoot, I've disrupted the hunt. I don't want to become craven. Unfortunately, only being able to do the subjugation of Hungary is rather annoying. But I did read in the patch notes that this thing was nerfed. It does give us a all counties within the de jure Hungary changed to culture Hungarian. All counties east of the Carpathians are lost. East of the Carpathians. So where's that? What is Carpathians? Is Carpathians a duchy or a kingdom? Am I missing something? All land east of the Carpathians. So I would assume then this land? But... oh, okay. So we would lose this land. We would only get to keep this land. I guess we'd lose this. Is that true? Well, let's experiment with it. We'll try it. Where does that land go? Would be an interesting question, I think. This is de jure part of Carpathia, so we might as well. I am curious to see how that, where those numbers come from. The 6994. Let's pay attention to that and see if it changes over time. Yeah, it does. It's now 7,000, so why is it bigger? Perhaps it's based on the size of our realm. Now, once we take the top level ones, I'm just going to press the victory. I don't really feel like waiting. As soon as we get 100%. I could siege through the cities and get some extra gold, and technically it's probably the better decision. But I should ransom all these characters whenever possible, because as soon as I take over the land, they're not going to be heir to anything anymore, and they're probably not going to get ransomed. Actually, it is so easy to just take them. We'll just wait. We need the money. What are you up to, Pest? Attacking in the pesty invasion of Hungary. Interesting. So he won his war, and now he's invading back. Okay, so he surrenders. We get all that land. Rinse and repeat. Can you see where this is going? And we'll give out some land. Okay, I am going to declare I only get one subjugation per lifetime, but that's okay. I'm going to declare the subjugation of Hungary. I can only do it one time, but we need that duchy in order to create Hungary. So, alright, I'm going to wrap this up here. I'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.